CTL brought together local and national educators and education stakeholders to celebrate 20 years of collaboration and chart a course for the next 20. Present and former CTL staff, board members, and partner organizations reconnected in preparation for the tasks of the afternoon. During the brief CTL retrospective, Dr. Lois Adams Rogers revisited the organizational history.
The focus still is on doing the right kind of instruction for kids, recognizing that it is all students, each and every child, changing the way we do business. It's a big order, but it is the very heart of what the Collaborative for Teaching and Learning is about.
CTL founder and CEO Emeritus Dr. Linda Hargan expressed appreciation to staff and attendees for their past efforts to improve education.
The partnerships that we built have accomplished something, and it still is confounding to me that we do not systematically address the issues of equity that we need to for all children. Collectively, we can put the knowledge to use that we've learned
and challenge the group to proactively address the work yet to be done. The afternoon table discussions focused on the topics of equity, innovation, and systems change. CTL President and CEO Dr. Deborah Walker charged participants to develop new approaches to address each. Participants in the equity discussion recommended creating assessments that measure applied learning, removing AP and advanced course prerequisites from the program of studies and encouraging individual students to enroll, providing summer programs to ensure success, and most importantly, in the words of Dr. Kent McGuire,
let's get rid of tracking, get off from underneath that stuff.
The innovation conversations acknowledge that while innovation might look different in different places, it's important to develop a common language for practitioners and the public. Recommendations included taking learning outside the school day and building, and using project-based, student-centered approaches to real-world problems that build workplace skills like perseverance and teamwork. The graphic recording reflected the complexity of the systems change suggestions. Many overlapped with equity and innovation issues. They included leadership preparation and mentoring, creating a culture of innovation to empower teachers, revising existing policies and practices that block change, networking, coordinating, and involving multiple generations in decision-making.
We believe that we should be thinking globally, but acting locally.
The closing panel discussion responded to the ideas generated throughout the day.
All right, so I'd like to start off first with the topic of innovation and ask what suggestions for actionable steps did you hear that you would like to react to? Who would like to start?
Panelists proposed combining standardized expectations with innovation in practice.
I thought it was interesting in this conversation around
creating an accountability system that goes beyond closing gaps to a focus on improvement for all.
Even talking about achievement gaps.
You know, what you see is a very systemic process to design thinking that leads to a very innovative solution at the end.
Changing the narrative about public education to achieve buy-in from communities and teachers.
So how can I do both? How can I standardize everything for my students and yet personalize it?
Letting teachers know that the public believes they can succeed with every child, and improving the trajectory for each child through personalized learning.
We forget that systems are people.
The panel concluded with the challenge to remove barriers to innovation. Kent McGuire said that without innovation, the two groups with the most to gain and everything to lose are civil rights and labor organizations. Civil rights groups must advocate for preparation of all future citizens for democracy, and labor organizations must ensure that teachers are treated as professionals. Jean Wilhoit noted that the enemy of innovation is our tolerance for inequity. Allison Hunt stressed that we must shift the focus from compliance and a climate of fear to freedom for teacher experimentation and growth. Terry Holliday agreed that we must regain the teacher's voice to strengthen the profession, starting with a redesign of teacher preparation. Dewey Hensley concluded by reminding everyone that it takes a whole child to raise a village, and that when any student fails to learn, it is we who must invent solutions. The insights of the day inspired CTL and colleagues to go out and start inventing the next 20 years so that all students can learn at the highest levels, now and in the decades to come.